Welcome to Variant Edition, your source for comic book news and culture. I'm Mike.
And I'm Nick, and every week we bring you the best that comics has to offer. On Tuesdays, it's the latest headlines in the world of comics and a sneak peek at what comics you shouldn't miss on Wednesday.
Then later in the week, it's our regular half-hour Variant Edition with more news, reviews, interviews, and, well, basically anything we think is comic-related.
Yeah, we missed last week as we were still recovering from the Baltimore Con. Great con, by the way. But now we're back.
Yeah, and you can sit back and get ready for 5 minutes of comic knowledge and prepare to step into your comic shop this week.
Now, this week sees quite a few cool releases, but let's start with an ending. The Irredeemable Ant-Man ends this week with issue number 12. It's a cool, fun series that isn't much like anything else in the stands, so support it and buy the trades. Okay, we've also got the first appearance of the Silver Age Captain America over in Adventures Classic number 4, and the final issue to the epic death of Captain America's story in Captain America number 30. Also, be on the lookout for Marvel Comics Presents number 1, New X-Men 42, Penance Relentless number 1, Spider-Man Red Sonja 2, and Wolverine Origins number 17. Over at DC, it's Wedding Bells. The Green Arrow Black Canary wedding special marks a momentous occasion. Are they destined to live happily ever after? Also, be on the lookout for the third volume collection of the Weekly 52, Batman Lobo Deadly Serious number 2, the Gail Simone less but still good Birds of Prey 110, Catwoman 71, JLA Hitman number 1, Superman Batman 40, the really creepily covered Flash 232, and the Helmet of Fate returns in Countdown to Mystery number 1. Outside the big two, we've got 30 Days of Night Beyond Barrel number 1, the Cool Anime-esque Compass number 1, Ex Machina 30, and Dynamo 5 number 7. Are you looking to make your voice heard? Check out Cyblade Pilot Season, then tell Top Cow if it's worth continuing. Oh, and if you can't get enough of scantily clad girls running around the jungle, the Frank Cho written Jungle Girl number 1 hits this week, coincidentally alongside Devil's Deuce Sheena number 3. Sure, emo kids will love it, but give it a chance anyway and pick up Gerard Way's Umbrella Academy number 1. And if you can't get enough zombie action, well, Diamond Select will be releasing the Zombie Spider-Man from last year's hit Marvel Zombies. Just don't let it get too close to your other action figures. Our pick of the week, Kevin and Nick are looking forward to the Mortat Elephant Man sketchbook. But me, World War Hulk number 4. I mean, come on. It's a no-brainer. Marvel's best crossover series of the year continues with issue 4 and is supported by Frontline number 4 and Gamma Corps number 3.
Hi, I'm Nick, and these are your headlines for Tuesday, September 18th, 2007. What was probably the biggest comic book hit of last year wasn't even available in comic shops. The NBC smash hit Heroes was backed up online with a digital graphic novel, and now it will finally be available in print. DC has plans to release it in hardcover November 7th with 2 covers, one by Jim Lee and the other by Alex Ross. We wonder if this might get some of those TV fans into the shops. There was a bit of news from the Baltimore Comic-Con, including some of what will come after X-Men Messiah Complex, including new X-Force and Cable books. Wolverine on another team? Or will this be the only X-team he's on? Billy Tucci will be departing a bit from his past form and giving us a Sergeant Rock mini next spring. Dark Horse has plans to collect all the Hellboy trades into Library Edition hardcovers. Jim Shooter is returning to DC to write the Legion of Superheroes, which coincidentally is where he started his career as a wee 14-year-old lad. Stephen King's Dark Tower gets a sequel next February in Dark Tower The Long Road Home, and in a much-anticipated move, DC announced that they would be re-releasing The Batman Killing Joke as a hardcover early next year just in time for the movie. Walking Dead is finally getting a t-shirt, and word is that by issue 50, half of the regular cast may be dead, or undead. And based on the ending of issue number 42, we don't doubt it. Eric Larson is returning the Kirby classic characters of Captain Victory and Silver Star to comics, and spearheading something very cool called the Next Issue Project. Invincible is expanding with an Adam Eve mini, and Dean Haspiel and Michel Fife plan to release the 3-issue Brawl in October. If you haven't already, check out our coverage of the Image panel from the Baltimore Comic-Con for more info.
Alright, that's it for Variant Edition Tuesday this week.
And like we said earlier on in the show, we missed last week because of the Baltimore Comic-Con.
We had an incredible time. We've got tons of footage from this show.
Yeah, definitely a lot of footage. And the first of which went up last week, the Image panel from the show.
You see, it's cool because if you've never been to a con panel before, here's your chance to see what it's like at one of the better ones.
Yeah, and that was definitely a really good panel. And we've got quite a bit more up our sleeves, so stay tuned.
Okay, it's time to go, but before we go, don't forget to check out Comics Podcast Network. It's a great source for some of the coolest comic book-related podcasts out there.
Yeah, and as usual, watch after the credits for another promo for a show on that network.
And of course, don't forget, there are quite a few ways to watch us here. That's we got iTunes, VO, YouTube, and Google Video. And don't forget a new high-res feed from Blip TV, or head over to variantedition.com and watch us from our page.
Yeah, and while you're at our page, keep your eyes open for some new editions, exclusive only to variantedition.com.
New editions, you say?
That's right.
That's it for Variant Edition Tuesday. See you next time.
Mucho better.
Much. Wendell, I've been hunting all night. You've just been hanging around. Have you done anything tonight? Oh, I've been reading this comic. It's really good. Oh yeah? Where did you find that? I used Comics Radar. You used echolocation to find comics? Not my radar. Comics Radar at comicsradar.com. It's a comics podcast that gives news, reviews, and interviews so I can find the best new comics out there. I just download them onto my flypod and listen as I go. A flypod? Don't you need your ears to hunt bugs? Me? Go hunting? Man, haven't you ever heard of Takeout? Comics Radar, taking a closer look at comics below the radar. Find it at comicsradar.com or search in iTunes for Comics Radar.